Good morning, everybody. It's Theresa. It's early Thursday morning. 2 days ago, I had a conversation with a dear friend at work, and he said something about, "Hey, are you going to say something nice about me if I die?" And we sort of laughed about that because he knows that I often get asked to do obituaries and eulogies. And I kind of chuckled a little bit and I said, "Well, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you what I tell other people and what I try to live by. If you want me to say something nice about you when you die, then you better start living today so that I'll have something nice to say." And we kind of laughed. And of course, it was just teasing him because he's a wonderful man. But yes, of course, I'll say something nice. Well, that was just in jest and just a lighthearted conversation. Yesterday afternoon, I get a call at work that my dear friend and neighbor, longtime neighbor, Bob Humphrey, passed away very suddenly. My heart sank. I'm not related by blood to Bob and Pat, but they have been like family to so many people around here in the neighborhood. I'm currently sitting on the floor in the living room of a house, my house, that I purchased from them several years ago. And at that time when Bob sold me the house, I was just trying to rebound from a terrible period of financial disaster. I had been unemployed for many years, as you know. I was just in a terrible place, physically, emotionally, mentally. I was living in a house that had water on days when the well decided to cooperate. And they took a chance on me and they sold me their home and they made arrangements with me so that I would be able to move into this place. And I am so grateful that he believed in me and he knew that I would be capable of bouncing back and getting myself back on my feet. And he trusted in my potential. Bob's the kind of man who is going to be deeply missed in this neighborhood. He is driving around on his golf cart. He does this on a daily basis, and he visits with the neighbors. He shares a joke. He laughs. He helps other people. He was 82 years old, and I couldn't believe when I read that he was 82 years old because he was full of life and full of spunk. On his golf cart, he carried tools and a big spray of weed killer, a big jar of weed killer. And I've been in this house now 5 years, 5 summers, and he still comes over and he sprays the weeds in the cracks of my driveway. He replaces the light bulb in the lighthouse in the backyard when it goes out. He just takes care of everybody in the neighborhood. I won't have the responsibility of doing his eulogy, but I tell you what, if I did, I'd have absolutely no problem saying wonderful things about this caring man. And my heart goes out to Pat and his family. But this is not about depression or being down or whatever. But, you know, when I go to that wake and that funeral, and other people are sharing stories about what a wonderful person he was, I'm pretty certain that I'm never going to hear words like, "Wow, he had so much money," or "Wow, he wore a size 34 jeans," or anything like that. You know, our life is about more than just what we look like. And I'm not saying by any means that it's not important to change our lives, because absolutely positively I am a different person and I'm a kinder person and I am able to do things so that when I die somebody's going to say something nice. But when I die, I don't want to hear anybody say, "Hey, she wore a size 10 pants." I don't want to hear that. I want to hear people say, "Hey, Teresa was the kind of person that would take the day off to take me to the doctor or sit with me when I was going through some kind of trouble. Or she was the kind of person that would send a letter or a card. That has nothing to do with numbers on the scale. It has nothing to do with how many cigarettes you had today. But you can't be that kind of person if you're held in bondage by weight and depression and anxiety and addiction. So when I say I changed my life, I started with my head and my heart and the way I began to see things, and the weight took care of itself. But if I was 428 pounds and sitting in a wheelchair or in a walker and unable to do anything but go to work and come home and eat and go to bed, then I couldn't make a difference to other people. And so I encourage you today to change your life so that you can make a difference, so that when you die, people can talk and say nice things about you. It's not about numbers, it's not about sizes, it's not about bank accounts and all the things that you've accumulated. It's about being kind and being thoughtful and being loving and generous and forgiving. And when you start to appreciate life and take life as a gift and recognize it as a gift, I guarantee the rest of the things are going to fall into place, because now all of a sudden you're going to feel good about yourself and you're going to want to change your life. You're going to want to eat foods that give you energy. You're going to want to exercise and get some physical activity so that you feel better and that you're energized and that you are able to go about your day and that you're happy. So I'm going to mourn, and I'm certainly going to miss Bob Humphrey in a very, very profound way. But I want to take a lesson from the life that he lived. He died on the way back from spending a 2-week vacation with his family and his grandchildren in California. That man died living his life, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to take life for granted. I want to cherish this day. I want to embrace every single challenge, every single student that comes through my office with a problem, every bit of bad news that I might hear today or tomorrow. I want to embrace that, and I want to just live my life so that I can make a difference. And I encourage you to do that the same. Change your heart, change your thoughts, change your attitudes so that you can change your life and you can be healthy and you can be happy. And the people around you, when you die, they can say, wow, the world lost a remarkable person today. Have a good day, everybody. Be strong, be courageous, believe that you can do it. See you soon.